Hello, lovely humans. Lana here with a quick little thought. Something that I'm learning myself right now is that your previous definitions of what it looks like to be a helpful, supportive partner might not be accurate in your current relationship. Being helpful and supportive, oh my gosh, there's a little bunny just below my window sill. I just looked down. I need to show you this. See if we can see him. There he is. Just nibbling away. Ugh, adorable. Okay, well, hopefully he's not nibbling away on my plants later this summer, but we'll see. But yeah, obviously different people have different needs, but I think sometimes we take with us, our past experiences into new relationships. And so maybe in your childhood, being helpful and supportive and the way that you basically got the feelings of belonging and love and acceptance were to read people's minds and anticipate their needs and basically, solve problems before they became problems. But now you're a grown adult who is interacting with other grown adults who hopefully are better at communicating what they need. And honestly, it is up to them, and that is their responsibility, just like it's your responsibility to communicate what you need. And so because of your past upbringing or past experiences, you might be thinking that in order to not be a burden, to feel the love of a partner, you need to be doing 50% of the giving, if not more. But relationships, as Brene Brown likes to talk about a lot, are rarely 50-50 effort. Like, the scales are never kind of perfectly balanced out. And that's because at different times of seasons of life and days, we have different capacities, we have different skill sets. It's really hard, and it's just not conducive to, I think, a positive, loving, generous relationship if you're constantly scrutinizing every little thing to see if it all measures up to be equal. And so, anyway, I just want to say, you might find yourself in a relationship where you feel all this pressure that to be helpful and supportive in a specific kind of way, and perhaps, the person you're in a relationship with might not be someone that easily accepts love and care, or maybe they do. But I think for anxious attachment folks, especially if we're in a relationship with people who are maybe more avoidant, we want people to accept our help because we've been trained, especially our high-functioning codependent people, HFCs, we've been trained that we get love through giving and being of service. And so if someone doesn't allow us to do that, it's going to feel uncomfortable and like they maybe have more power over us because they're not taking. And we're not comfortable with being the takers. We're comfortable with being the givers because that's how we feel in control. And so I, would encourage you to talk about these anxieties and fears if you feel them, and to talk about what being a supportive partner looks like to the person you're in a relationship with. Because you might already be doing all the things that your partner really actually values and treasures, but you just might not see those things as enough or as, being actually that helpful. An example is that, someone might not be a big talker when it comes to their feelings and their mental health, but maybe there are other ways that you can support them and lighten their load, like showing up with treats, or helping them with chores around the house or a project that they've been meaning to tackle. There are lots of other ways, or being a distraction, being a positive light in their life, and sharing stories about your day. So all this to say, let's try and be not as hard on ourselves when we're feeling like we're not doing enough, because I think especially with women, oftentimes we really are. And two, let's talk about our feelings. Let's communicate how we're feeling. Maybe we're feeling anxious and not attached and connected to our partner. And then talk about needs and how we can support each other in ways that are actually helpful to one another, and to be able to give in ways that feel natural to us and our talents. So I'm a big acts of service person, and I love to bake, and I like to take care of people. So for me, that often looks like cooking for people and showing up with, as they say, treats. But for other people, that may be something different. So moral of the story, let's just talk about these things. Talk about them before they become these big scary narratives in our mind. Like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not being supportive enough. They're going to get tired of me. I'm going to become a burden. Blah, 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 blah. So 6 minutes. Not too bad for me lately. Tried not to ramble too much. Hope this was helpful. And this might be something you're experiencing in a romantic connection, friendships, family, work. But yes. Anyway. I don't know how to end this today. I'm so distracted because the bunny is hopping around my backyard, and it's a baby, and it's so cute. But thanks for watching, folks. Hope to see you in the next one, and take care. Bye.